Number one. So am I.
Who is that now? How you doing?
Season this year affected Friona High School. I would have to say, number one, just the overall pride it created in the students, the overall atmosphere of the school was more upbeat, positive. I felt like from the school standpoint, it was a situation where all the students were pulling together as one. Students that may never have been involved in athletics, never have had interest before in the football team, in the football program, or maybe in school in general. It seemed like the overall atmosphere changed. The success of the team carried over, and the enthusiasm of all the students. You don't always see that in a regular football season, but I felt like this year, with the success they had, the overall atmosphere of the team and the school was just a lot more positive.
Playoffs is seeing the excitement and the joy in all the kids, getting ready for the ball games. And, for me, it was going to other towns that I've never been to, like Texas Stadium and, other towns, seeing the Southwest. The kids really enjoyed playing, and they were just happy. They were just talking about it every day that you think about it. That's a dream that they've always had since junior high, since I've been here.
Check it out again! Check it out! Go!
The thing I remember most about the playoffs this year was the halftime of the Alito game. I was playing at Sweetwater. Just the nervousness or the anxiety that I felt as a coach watching the kids come off the field at halftime. But seeing their faces and really not seeing, they didn't have any, didn't seem to be as nervous as I was. It seemed like they had it all together, even though they were down, against a team that they knew that they had, lots more talent. But they didn't seem to panic like I was panicking. I think that's probably seeing their eyes and seeing their expressions, not much concern after being down in the state quarterfinal playoffs. I think seeing that it seemed like they had it under control. I think that's what I remember most about these kids in the playoffs this year.
I enjoyed the most about working with the receivers was when every day, no matter what was on tap, the receivers, they always had fun what they was doing. It was just a fun group to work with, and they always had fun. Even though they was having a good year, and it would have been real easy for him to be real cocky and act real like his big shots, the receivers always came and they asked questions, and they were real interested in learning about what we had on plan for the week. So again, like I said in the first question, they were a fun group to work with, and I'll always remember that.
Not only to run, but to block, and also they were good receivers. They were just a quality group of guys who did a fantastic job.
My body's weak.
football players is the fact that they were very unselfish. They didn't have to be the back that made all the yards at one time. They blocked for each other. They did, you know, they were just a group of players that were really dedicated to the team, and it didn't matter who the star was or who the standout was. They all did their thing and helped us have a successful season.
Daddy worked hard for his dollar. He said some folks don't, but that's okay. For they won't know which road to follow, because an easy street might lead you astray.
Great attitude, being coachable, their work ethic, and never giving up. They were challenged many times, and they always came up winners. A great group, I believe, of overachievers who we're all really proud of. Congratulations, Chieftains, on a tremendous year.
The dirt road, it's all I know. I've been a walking it for years. It's gone where I need to go. It ain't easy. It ain't supposed to be. So I'll take my time till I won't pass me by, 'cause it's right there to find on the dirt road. I have lived life in the fast lane. You gotta watch your back in the both ways. When it's said and done, the time we have is borrowed. You better make real sure you hit it the right way. I'll take the dirt road, it's all I know. I've been walking it for years. It's gone where I need to go. It ain't easy. It ain't supposed to be. So I'll take my time till life won't pass me by, 'cause it's right there to find. I'll take the dirt road. It's all I know. I've been walking it for years. It's gone where I need to go. It ain't easy. It ain't supposed to be. So I'll take my time till life won't pass me by, 'cause it's right there to find on the dirt road. On the dirt road.
Quote that our team has heard quite a bit this year, probably really epitomizes this group of offensive linemen. That quote is, "It's amazing what can be accomplished when no one cares who gets the credit." And I think these guys really show that in their unselfishness. Everything they did was for the team, and I believe that's how they played this season.
The thing I thought about the quarterbacks was the ability that they had to both run and throw the football. And I thought that we put a lot of pressure on them as a position group. A lot of times they'd have two plays at the line of scrimmage they could run. They'd also have the ability to change a play. and I thought they did a real good job handling that. Quarterbacks was the lunchtime meetings when we had to drag them down there. And after we got down there, King would always ask, "Are we going to have to do that today, or are we going to have to do this today?" And but on a more serious note, I think the things I remember most about them was the commitment that they made to work the entire year and the ability to get after it and make a lot of things happen for us on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Hey, are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat, yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust, hey. Hey, gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
Speech!
Wrap up. Pass hand. Wrap up. Then push. Pull away. Good. Use the sideline. Nice job. All right, let's go whip. Tutoro? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. There it is. Find the ball.
And this is one more step for us tonight. Put yourself in an elite group, a group by yourself, no one else around you. You're the cream of the crop.
Touchdowns in the second half from tailback Andy Kendrick. This second one for 33 yards, and the Chiefs go to the state semifinal round.
And the Friona Chieftains in the semifinals down in Dallas. And John Mark Blue was the editor, or the sports editor for the paper. He gave the speech today at their pep rally that we're at, and he said, you know, they're no longer the Friona Chieftains. The Panhandle Chieftains. That's true. The whole Panhandle has been rallying around him and have been taking them and adopting them as their own, and that really is, that's right, that really is true. The 13-1 Friona Chieftains are now the pride of the Panhandle. The Chiefs are the Class 3A state semifinalists, and they're going up against 10-4 Tatum. The guys take on the Eagles at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Texas Stadium, but
and their hard work. It didn't matter how big the guy was, how fast he was. He'd pick us up, pick up Eloy one time, and threw the guy back about 6 yards. He got right back up and right after him again. Just excited to play the game and just wanted to hit people. And they really, really enjoyed what they were doing and would do anything they were told to do. Overall, their aggressiveness was something that I would say was their best trait.
He walks further down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, we're gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
When we got to the playoffs and everything was going on and all the everybody's all excited about winning the gold balls, and they were too, but the thing they were most excited about was they were going to get to play again. And every week they both come up and say, what's next? What's this game for? Or is it for the quarterfinals? Is it for regional? They really had no idea and really didn't care because they were going to get to play a game that they loved and get to play it again.
These guys were very, very intelligent. We could put something in the game plan, and we could change it on Wednesday or even Thursday if we had to, and they would pick it up and go ahead and they would do it on game night. They really did a good job. about this defensive end group is the top two are coming back next year. Really going to make my job a lot easier. Quint and Cecil both did a great job for us this year. They were pretty well the playmakers. They played probably 95% of the time. It's the first time I've ever had two all-district players. Not only all-district, but Quint got second-team all-state. That makes a coaching job a lot easier. Another thing I remember is these guys were, when they weren't able to go, Eric and Javier and Ricardo, and even some of the younger guys toward the end of the year really came up and did exactly what I asked them to do.
Of the team and the type of attacking offense they had, where they attacked, it was always, can we play cover 4 this week? And I think that's a great compliment to them because they had a lot of confidence in it, and it showed how aggressive they were as a secondary. And another thing I remember kind of ties into it is they were a secondary that liked to be involved in the line of scrimmage and make plays, running plays at the line of scrimmage. And sometimes that might hurt us a little bit, but I also think it helped us and gave us an extra dimension with our front seven. The thing that I remember most about this team was the competitive nature that they had, and I think that was a great example I could give of that was when we gave the JV a week off as far as scout team, and it was a Wednesday or a Thursday. It was the Thursday when we were playing Perryton on Saturday, and we had the varsity ones going against varsity twos. We were on offense, and Fidel and Hugo were going at each other, and didn't matter if they had a game in 2 days. They didn't really care about the game at that time. They wanted each other to know that one was better than the other, and I think that was a classic example of the entire team and the competitive nature they had. They didn't want to back away from anyone. They met every challenge head on, and I think that's I think the entire team enjoyed that challenge that they had for that practice, and that speaks very highly of the team.
The linebackers was probably the way they were always ready to play. It didn't matter who they were playing, whether it was Vernon, Monaghan's, or maybe it was just Fritz or Muleshoe. It didn't matter. They were ready to play the game, and it was really pretty exciting because they would never back down to anybody, no matter whether it was, like I said, early in the year or even towards the end when we were at Texas Stadium. It didn't matter if you were Tatum. It didn't matter, again, who you were. They were ready to play. They were always anxious to get out there on the field and pretty much show what they could do. And they enjoyed doing this week after week after week. And to me, that was pretty impressive. Get out there and play, no matter what.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. We will rock you. Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the street, gonna take on the world someday. You got blood on your face, a big disgrace, waving your banner all over the place. We will rock you. Sing it! We will rock you. Buddy, you're an old man, poor man, pleading with your eyes, gonna make you zombie someday. You got mud on your face, big disgrace. Somebody better put your bag into your place. We will rock you. Sing it. We will rock you. Everybody, we will rock you. We will rock you. All right.
About the linebackers was probably, well, little things like in practice. You know, they had to learn a lot of keys, they had to learn a lot of formations, things like that. And it was always, you know, it was a challenge, but it was always amazing to me how Juan or Fidel, they always asked you about something you already knew about. Why? Because they wanted to kill time. They just wanted to stand there and mess around and act like they're actually working on something, when in reality, they knew what to do already. They'd already gone over game plan and they understood, but they would still keep you there asking questions like, you know, like Juan would ask, hey coach, if that tackle out blocks, should I go ahead and film? Well, Juan, you've been doing it all year. Why not keep doing it? That's simple, right? And he'd always ask that. He can do it. Fidel would always go, hey coach, so if they ever win, does that mean there's a guy outside the tight end? Yeah, I believe that's right, Fidel. I believe you've known that for what? Since you were a seventh grader? But thanks for asking. So the thing I always remember about those guys again is they're always messing around, just trying to kill some time, just trying to be nervous. Anyway.
business as usual. Even when we got into the playoffs, there wasn't a lot of hype or anything like that. They just knew that they were champions, and they continued on and didn't get caught up in the fanfare, but continued just to play hard each and every game.
Greetings, y'all! And welcome all you dang foreigners from other nations. Dear Lord, be with our guests and prepare them for the butt whooping they are about to receive.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. We will rock you. Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the street, gonna take on the world someday. You got blood on your face, a big disgrace, waving your banner all over the place. We will rock you. Sing it now. We will rock you. Buddy, you're an old man, poor man, pleading with your eyes, gonna make you zombie someday. You got mud on your face, big disgrace. Somebody better put your bag into your place. We will rock you. Sing it. We will rock you. Everybody, we will rock you. We will rock you. All right. I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of bad kicks in my bed, but I've come through. Let me go on and on and on and on. We are the champions, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. Lose time or lose 'em, 'cause we are the champions of the I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friend. We'll keep on fighting till the end.
against Aledo in the quarterfinal round. Dangerfield and Tatum for the Region 2 championship. The Region 1 game in Sweetwater, Aledo's Bearcats rallying from an early 7-0 deficit to go on top after a pair of Friona turnovers. The pass, Brandon Flowers on the reception from Dustin Proctor, and it's 13-7 Bearcats at the intermission. But Friona goes back on top with 2 touchdowns in the second half from tailback Andy Kendrick. This second one for 33 yards, and the Chiefain go to the state semifinal round with a 28-13 win over Aledo. Friona to take off.
That one in a million heart, so pure and so strong. They can face up to the tears and somehow still find a smile. We only get once in